Qvest Media is a system integrator in the media space. We are stating ourselves as the leading system architect. This basically means we handle complex media projects end-to-end from design, build, and operate, manage technology all the way. We have 11 offices across Europe, Middle East, and Singapore for the Asia-Pacific region, while the company was founded about 25 years in Cologne in Germany. 230 staff, and the clients we are working with are all across television, media, telecommunications, government and non-governmental, and rights holders and big sports companies, always with the focus on the media services. The only thing as being an integrator and ICT partner for these companies is the focus on the media business. With the change in industry, we have also reorganized our business. So in the traditional media value chains, you had content creation, content aggregation, own or acquired content, and content distribution, right? There are revenue streams which are basically following this value chain. It was either based on ad money coming from linear content, which you distributed in a geographically limited market with a clear set of competition. It was revenue streams from subscription fees, being cable or satellite services, or being a public broadcaster from public funding and kind of semi-taxes coming in. We have now various distribution channels and platforms, social media, all fighting with the user's attention. We have different formats and forms of presentations across all these channels. We have major new players in the media space generating their own content and putting pressure on content deals because it's more and more players in the media space. We have new stars with social influencers completely changing the way marketing is done as of today. There's a high amount of internet user data, and honestly, a lot of this user internet data is in the hand of some very well-positioned firm, and I think we all know whom I'm speaking about. In general, there's a huge diversification of attention, meaning people tend to do multiple things at the same time. They're sitting in front of the TV, watching on their smartphone something else, they're switching between channels. We have data in the middle. When we think about the new media value chain for Qvest Media, data is always a central point, because it's the translation between revenue, information, and the assets which you're distributing on various channels. On this platform, new services and content are offered and are being consumed, and the reception is being measured and is being feedback in your processes. There's a seamless integration of operations and business partners, enabling cross integration, easy exchange of information. The audience is served on various channels from the same back-end structure and the same content repository, also reducing the effort and cost in content creation and content adaptation to different platforms. The fees and the commercial model should be aligned with this approach. So in the end, it should be negotiated in a manner that is pay as you use and pay as you grow structure to really benefit from the cloud technology and not basically build infrastructure just in another place, which is the cloud. So what are the key requirements, the key perks of a cloud platform for media? A cloud should break the time and location and device dependency. It has to be scalable and flexible, and it should also be cost-effective. While cost-effective clearly applies also to the individual use case you're running. So if you're moving a lot of content up and down from the cloud, there's clearly a bigger cost impact than when you move it once and you just maintain it there, for example, on a Glacier model. There's a requirement for a high level of security and redundancy, providing you also your operational security and redundancy of your business. It should provide location-independent services, which on the one hand enables cross-regional distribution and brings you closer to your clients and your audience on any device they're using, but also enables you, for example, ingest for on-location shooting to shorten workflows and speed up processes. The cloud should be demand and not sizing estimate driven. As of today, you very often see, what's your sizing? Okay, and then we spec a cloud. That's not the case, because in the end, what you want to achieve, you want to have a direct relationship between cost and revenue. You will need clear services description and a clear allocation of services if you move services into the cloud to provide vendor login and also to achieve that environment is still manageable for you and your teams. Where's my content? And this is something which partly can be done by humans, but it should also be supported by, for example, intelligent file systems which support this backend services. It should simplify integrations and offer new services and even be microservice ready. Clearly, there's a bigger requirements around data protection. So when you think moving your content or moving your user data or access information into the cloud, where's the content? Where are my user data? And here topics like the Singapore Personal Data Protection Act or GDPR for Europe are very important to consider, and also consider what is the mix of the cloud platforms you're choosing for your business. And in the end, simplify and help you to provide new products and offerings, and without technology being the limiting factor. So how could such kind of a cloud environment look like? We have on the highest level still produce, manage and deliver. The content chain has not really changed, but there's one difference. The point of time where you might be curator, distributor, content producer, it might change at any point of time because your environment is flexible. On the highest level, you have the cloud management, which is the media and cloud orchestration, which ensures your cloud platform is running smoothly and safely with all the services in the back end. The layer underneath is the data integration, end-to-end data integration on your platform, enabling you to support new business models. Underneath, there's cloud production on location in studios, remote post, but all tying back into the same back end to enable your content production and cloud content aggregation, being it from business partners, being it from user-generated content, being it from your ingest channels. And then we have content management and cloud disaster recovery and cloud distribution. So what do you need to make it work? And now it's getting a little bit more technical. Qvest Media has generated it in a 6-tiered model to basically define how the back end of a cloud infrastructure does look like. On the lowest tier, tier 4 to 6, you have the cloud service provider, which provide compute storage network, which provide the hypervisors and the complete cloud stack, offering you services. This is something you can at any point of time get from AWS, from Google, from someone. On top of this, you have your own private public cloud, which offers you private services integrated particularly for your company, for example, OTT services. Then there's on-premise equipment, which a lot of you will have being starting or coming from a traditional broadcaster perspective. The layer on top, you have different services structure. You have the media platform service, you have infrastructure, you have owned and operated services, and you have equipment you want to lift and shift prospectively into the cloud. What you need here is a cloud backend to manage the cloud infrastructure across the different platforms and enabling also you to move services from one cloud to another at any point of time to prevent this kind of vendor lock-in and situation, and also to scale with your business model. And the cloud portal service to basically make the service usable for your teams, for your operators, because otherwise, I think the worst case for all of us would be there's a great service running and it's only running on the credit card of the guy who basically signed up for the service because there's no regulation in the company to prevent this and to manage it. What is kind of the takeaway of the examples given? In the end, cloud needs to support your business operation. When you think about cloud, think about why you would apply cloud and not think about cloud because it's just a new fancy technology. It's important that you start this discussion from basically two perspectives. So either how can cloud improve your current operations and your current business, or even simply reduce cost and effort in your processes, or how does cloud enable you new business opportunities, as I've shown this earlier. For us, being an implementation partner, I think it's very important that everything we're speaking in cloud, everything we're speaking platform integration, being a system integrator becomes so much more than being the guys who are shipping equipment and who are pulling cables in the background. We want to be a long-term partner for you, and I'm speaking about this later on a little bit more. So we'd be really curious to see your perspective over the next days. Many thanks for your attention, and looking forward to continue the exchange.